Hello, welcome. I was going to be having a look at Battlefield 5, but I can't get it working. I'm on the new AMD drivers. It's at 25.6.3, but it just doesn't work for me. I can't boot Battlefield 5. It says like unsupported driver. To be fair, even this game says unsupported driver. So I don't know if this might also not work that great. We'll find out. But I'm going to have a look at Rainbow Six Siege X, which I guess is the updated version we got recently. I hear it's definitely harder performance-wise compared to the previous version. So we'll have a look, see how it goes. Do obviously 4K at first. So we're at 4K here, 340 by 260. It's actually been a while since I played this game, so I don't quite know. Overall quality, Ultra Plus. Zoom and depth of field, probably don't want that. We do have FSR 1 and 2. We'll leave those off at first, so we'll just do native. And then check those out in a little bit. I'll sort the overlay out as well. Might have to just roll back the driver maybe, so be able to, I think, seems to throw errors in a few games I tried to boot, which is a little bit concerning. Do make sure to triple like on the stream as well. Space Manual. Looks like my FPS is capped here. How do we refresh rate? FPS limit, it is uncapped. Might just could be because we're in the menu. Play while matchmaking. Is it matchmaking? It is. Which 97 XT? Gigabyte Gaming. You'll have to bear with me because I honestly have not played this game in so long. Not even sure what the controls are.
Ready to engage Op 4.
I'm guessing this is just a whoa. The sensitivity is crazy. I need to turn that down immediately. What's it going to be under? Mouse ADS. That's like way too much. Oh no, wait. I don't want that. Let's try 40 first.
10 seconds.
Game's also quite loud. Let me know if the game's too loud.
5 seconds.
Super loud for me.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
That's still way too sensitive.
Securing the wall.
I need to figure out this sensitivity. Honestly, I think I could probably go 25 here.
As designed, keeper activated.
I mean, that's still pretty crazy. I hear shooting. Did I get him? Did someone else get him? There's someone in there.
Loading new bag.
There's another guy in there. Yeah, there's definitely a guy in this bit, in this room. I'm scared. I can hear someone. Maybe they're above. No, I just got a kill apparently. He's in there. He was in there, he was lying down. Boom.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Didn't even pay one moment attention to the performance then. Is this still the training or is this actually a proper game? Look at this FPS in the menu, 1250. Glad to see I fixed the issue. No, I couldn't fix it. I can't play Battlefield 5. I wanted to, but it just throws an error saying unsupported driver whenever I try and boot the game. Oh, I can't even boot Battlefield 5. I was going to try and play that Battlefield 5 today, but I just can't play it on this driver, so I'd have to roll back the drivers, I think, for it to work, which I might just have to do on a different day. But it looks like here, we're getting about 150 FPS here, at 4K, everything maxed out. It's pretty good. To be honest, I can't remember. I've not obviously seen the original game on this GPU. Can't really... I remember getting quite decent performance, though, last time I played. Might have been on... Probably would have been maybe 7900 XTX or something I last played this. I was expecting less FPS because I heard this game was way more demanding, but 140, 150, dipping down a little bit there, 130 maybe.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get
Pretty
ready
good
to engage.
frame time though. 0.1% low, 125 looks very good. No stutters or anything. Power's maxed out, which we've sort of come to expect, haven't we? On this. VRAM looks fine under 10 gig. Not going to have any issues with that, I don't think. I'm following this guy. I think maybe the FPS might vary a little bit depending on the map as well. I heard something. That's one of the car things. Whoa! What the hell? That's a bit sneaky. Damn it, how do I pin?
Op 4,
Ping.
last operator standing.
Like, how do I ping? I don't know what the keybind is.
One friendly remaining.
1v1. And he's done it again.
Eliminated. Mission successful.
You have to excuse me as well. I've got a bit of a cold. Master Predator, yo, what's my opinion on the new driver so far? Not great. I mean, I can't play some games. I tried to stream yesterday, couldn't play, and I investigated it all last night. DDU'd all my drivers and everything, but I still can't play Battlefield 5. So, I'll have to roll back the driver to be able to play that game. But aside from that, I haven't seen any other games yet. Might maybe try Spider-Man 2 tomorrow because I hear that has quite a big performance boost, and I've not actually seen it in forever. Because that game was terrible
Friendly drone deployed.
when it first came out, performance-wise. This settings at the moment, it's 4K at the moment. Everything maxed out, I think we pretty much got. Everything's set to Ultra Plus or High, so these settings can't go up any higher, basically. But native, so no scaling. What do I even do here?
5 seconds.
I don't even... enemy identified.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Like I say, you'll have to bear with me because I haven't really played this game in a long time. Outside here, definitely it's quite a big difference in FPS compared to indoors. Look, we're getting about 100. It's about 50 FPS less than what we had indoors. Down even to like 80. 85, 86 I saw there. So it's quite a big difference between indoor and outdoor. Everything else looks fairly similar though in terms of like power and VRAM and stuff. Looks the same. The moment I'm getting closer here, look. As soon as I'm in there, 130, 140 FPS straight away. How do I, like, get up there? Honestly, don't know. I don't know how to do all that. How do you zip and all of this stuff? Repel. Ah, there we go, there we go. This is what we need. How do I get up? Oh yeah, this is it. Can I get through that window?
1 op 4 remaining.
Can I get through that window? No. Is that the only way in then?
Bomb diffusion.
I thought you could smash through some of these windows. How do I, like, break through these, do you reckon? Old-fashioned way. I think, probably this as well, don't we? Really loud. Straight in. Check your corners. Playing like COD.
Friendly, last operator standing.
1v1. Clutch it up. We won.
Hostile bomb.
There it is.
Mission successful.
Perfect. Couldn't have played that much better. We'll try out 4K low. Turn all the graphics down to low and see what the absolute max we can get. But pretty good performance at 4K at least. Not really any issues at all. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well if you haven't already. I'm still not quite sure if that was a training. I clicked play whilst matchmaking. And I think maybe just put me straight into the game. Try out a few different maps. Just because, for some reason, I remember the performance being a little bit different across the maps, but I might be thinking of a different game. What's happened? I don't know where I selected.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
So this actually looks fairly similar indoors. 150, 160. It's pretty much the same. How do you remove? How can you put stuff in here? There we go.
Door secured. Reload.
I think it's still way too sensitive for me.
5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb.
Stay clear of blast zone.
What was that bleep noise?
EDD deployed. Stand clear of window.
Is there such a thing as camping on this? Came in through the roof. What the hell? Was that above? I think that might have been above. How do I get upstairs? Oh, maybe below then. I'm upstairs.
Standing.
Have a little run around. Boom.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Didn't contribute anything. It's a 2015 game. This is actually the updated version, though. The Rainbow Six Siege X, which I think is actually a little harder to run than the original. You'd get more on the original game.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
Because I recall actually on the 4090 in the original game, I remember getting 1000 FPS. If you went 1080p low, I'm pretty sure we got over 1000. Surprised FPS doesn't drop here because it's with all the lighting and reflections and stuff in there. I thought maybe it'd drop a little bit. Doesn't seem to affect it much. Is the FOV max? No, it'll be on whatever it's the default is. 60.
5 seconds left.
Max is 90. I wouldn't play with it maxed anyway.
Op
I don't
4
like
has located
FOV
a
to be
bomb.
like fully
Be ready for
maxed.
hostile action.
Does drop the FPS maybe a little bit. Not that different though. What the hell? Did he just get shot from outside or above? It looked like above, no? I think it was above. I'm fully sending it. I'm scared. There's one guy. Game's crashed. Whoa, what the hell? 1 FPS. That's not good. I don't know what that was. I thought the game had fully crashed. It looked like the game had fully crashed. Hopefully it doesn't do that too much. Oh, what? I got completely thrown off then by where the bullets were coming from. It looked like the bullets were coming through the ceiling. First death, that. Survived a while.
15 seconds. Op 4 eliminated.
This is currently 4K, yeah. Performance on new driver seems good. Hard to say. This is the only game I've played. I've only played for 20 minutes on this new driver. This game's not particularly difficult to run either, so obviously the fact that I can't run Battlefield, I'll have to roll back the driver just to be able to play that, I think. Which, that's not ideal. Why is the core clock only at 2949? That's the clock for it in this game, default. No overclock, no undervolt or anything.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
What software? MSI Afterburner.
To go. 5 seconds before insertion. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Help? You just got a swift... What's that, monitor? What settings do I turn on for a longer life? What do you mean? That's a monitor. What settings? I don't know. What settings would you be turning on for a longer life? It's a monitor. I don't know. I didn't know that's a thing. You could prolong the life of a monitor.
Got eyes on him.
It's an OLED. Oh God, I don't know. I don't have an OLED. It probably has. It probably has built-in. I mean, you want to make sure you probably have the. I don't know what it's called, an OLED. Well, you know when it like refreshes. It refreshes the screen to stop burning and stuff. I don't even know what it's called. Probably just want to make sure that's on, but I would have thought that's on by like default. I can't see like why you'd want to switch that off.
Op 4 last stop standing. The diffuser is now secured.
Yeah, we'll switch down to 1440p in a sec. Want to check out low graphics as well. I think there's someone else in here, no?
Active, protected at all costs.
Oh, he makes it look
Op 4
easy.
eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
How common is the driver issue? Oh, what, on this? It's not that... I mean, I'm playing on the... I think the new one, what's it, 25.6.3, it's not an official driver, so... If you install non-official drivers or beta drivers, you're obviously going to encounter more issues than not. Normally, if you get the official ones, it's normally... You don't really encounter that many problems. But it just means, like, for example, I do want to do Battlefield 5, but I can't use this driver for that because you can't boot the game. You have to just go back to the official driver. Am I streaming from the same PC? No, I have a second PC for the stream. So I have two PCs. I think I'll maybe try out Spider-Man 2 tomorrow on this new driver because I hear that has quite a big boost in performance and I've not played that game in so long that it'd probably be good to see. But then outside of that, I'll probably go back to the official one just because it's sometimes a bit more hassle than it's worth. If I can't play some games, like, what's the point? Should we try and drop everything down to low? Can I... You don't... Oh, you can't change the graphics mid-game. I can change some of them. Alright, we'll have to maybe do one more round. Or we could, to be fair, we could check out FSR. Might as well do that whilst we can change it. So I'll switch it to FSR quality. See what the performance is like with that. What kind of CPU cooler do I have? It's all my specs are in the description, but it's a Leon Lee Galahad Trinity liquid cooler. So look here, 220 FPS with FSR. We got it set to, was it FSR quality or ultra quality? I think it was, yeah, quality. It's obviously FSR 2, which isn't particularly great. Unfortunately, on this game, we're not going to be able to use Optiscaler, because obviously you're modding files. So it's not a good idea to be doing that in a multiplayer game.
Swapping mags!
Which I accidentally made that mistake. I tried to do Optiscaler on June, and there's anti-cheat. Luckily, it wouldn't let me boot the game because it detected I'd modified the files, but I was worried maybe I'm going to get banned. So best to just not do that on a multiplayer game. Not a good idea. I had a lapse in brain function when I decided to do that. But I think we'll probably mostly sit above 200. I think outside probably will dip under 200 FPS. We did see that before, obviously. Dip the FPS quite a lot going outside. Everything else, though, doesn't look too different on the GPU-wise. VRAM and power and stuff look the same. Doesn't really change much. Image quality as well isn't actually that bad for FSR2. Apart from this flickering. You see that on the light? That's definitely not as good. I think the quality is not... You can tell the quality is definitely not as good, but... What's that guy doing? What's the specs of the streaming rig? It's like the absolute over the top streaming rig, but basically it's all leftover parts. I had that in my old gaming PC. So I have a 4900K and a 4080 Super in there right now.
One friendly remaining.
Purely just because my 4900K used to be in my gaming PC, and now I've got the 9800X 3D, so I thought I might as well just use that CPU, save me like buying another one. But absolutely don't need it. What's going on over here? How many got left then? Oh, it's 1v2. It's me v2. I didn't even realise. I kind of got low health.
Op 4 is defusing a bomb. You need to disable their diffuser.
I'm just going to fully send this, you know. Did it say A?
Diffuser located. Disable it.
Dude, I'm just going for it. That was stupid of me, but
All friendlies have been neutralized.
I felt like with my health at 40, I thought 1v2 here. Damn. I thought I might be able to get a cheeky little defuse in. Knockout, yo. Should you purchase the 9060 XT or a 7800 XT? Probably the 7800 XT. What's the difference in price between those two? Honestly, don't know. Have a like. Thanks, Wolfend.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
So at the end of this game, we'll go. Remind me to go back to the menu so we can actually drop all the graphic settings to low. Let's see maybe what the max we can get if we set it all down to ultra performance. What's the absolute max we can get? It looks terrible. It looks very, very blurry. But we are getting 350.
10 seconds remaining.
Almost, well, breaking 400 there. It's quite a lot.
5 seconds to insertion.
But it's definitely going to be quite
Op 4
blurry.
has located a bomb.
Usage is coming down as well now, 93, 94% usage in the GPU. Kind of got no need for this personally because my monitor only goes up to 144.
Reload!
I find the audio is quite misleading on this game. It sounds like people are like not what they are. What is that I hear? How do I ping? Damn it, how do I ping?
Changing max.
I need to figure that out. Is it E? No. Could do with like ping in there really. Do I just full flank?
Spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
Detected outdoors. Can I rip up here? No. I'm an absolute noob. Oh my god. That's... Oh no, that was terrible. Z is ping. Oh, okay, thanks. That's an absolute lifesaver. I've used it being
All
Q.
friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Did I undervolt the CPU? No. Using a 9070X and it still hits 60 to 70 whilst gaming. Is that the die though? Is that the CPU die? Because the CPU die, like you can see in my here, it's always going to be more than the core, like CPU core temperatures. It depends as well, probably what settings you're running. If you're at 1080p, and it's also going to depend on the game as well. That like makes a massive difference. If that's like Frostbite or something, that's actually kind of low. Remember my 4900K in Frostbite engine used to hit like 90. What was the problem yesterday with not opening any app? I fixed that by DDUing and reinstalling the drivers, but I can't boot Battlefield 5. It doesn't work on the new driver.
10 seconds to insertion.
It just says the game's not supported on the new driver, and then you just can't boot it. I just get an error every time.
Found a bomb. Make your way to
Because I was going to try and do Battlefield 5 today, but I just can't boot it. Can't boot the game. So I'm going to have to roll. I just can't play the game on the new driver, basically. Which is a bit annoying. So I'll have to roll back the driver to be able to play it. Dude, I'm going straight in. No messing about. Get upstairs. Can you tell how bad the quality is at Ultra Performance? Can I do anything with this? Am I playing? No, are you? It's on 11, but I can't even get into the game though.
drop the diffuser.
Like when I try and boot the game, it just throws a an error and it says the driver's unsupported for the game, and it just won't let me go any further. How do I ping? Boom. Enemy detected outdoors. Oh yeah, I can't go upstairs though here, can I? What's he doing?
Op 4 last stop standing.
What a mad one. Look at this here. This is the upscaling. Look how bad that looks. That is not looking good. What even is that? Is that a fire? That is a fire. Looks fine up close.
The diffuser is now secured.
Right, this is how we get him.
Seconds left.
Run everywhere.
10 seconds. The diffuser is no longer 5 seconds remaining.
What's that noise?
Operator remaining.
You lost the round?
That has been reached.
No! Find another match, but let me get into the settings. Turn it all down. So set everything to low here. Graphics all set to low. Let's go back to native. So it'll be 4K. 4K native with everything set to graphics all set low. We'll see how it does. Hitman's pretty well optimized. Which one? You know what, one thing I could never really get into is the Hitman games. I just get bored. I did actually stream. Is it 3? Which one is it? The one with the when you're up the top of a skyscraper in Dubai? Oh no, wait, I don't want to be shotgun. Oh no. What class am I?
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
No, I don't want a shotgun. Alright, good, I don't have to have it. Okay, so 4K graphics all set to low. Look at this, 330, 340. Shoo! That's pretty nuts difference. That's doubled the FPS basically. Or just over doubled it, really. We had it like 150, 160, didn't we? So from 4K Ultra to 4K low, that's pretty nuts.
10 seconds left.
Reload!
Down to 5 seconds.
0.1% low as well, still looks very good, 300. Did stutter for me a little bit as I loaded in, but I think it's just maybe it was loading. VRAM's come down by about 3 gig as well. 3 gig VRAM difference between Ultra and low. Okay, this is not it. This gun is not it. How am I going to get close enough though to do anything with this? No, it's doing that thing again. Look at that when it stutters like that. 0.1% low of 1. It actually almost... It feels like it crashes. Did the guy just get up the stairs?
One op 4 remaining.
I swear there was a guy who got up the stairs. Oh, I need to reset those. I swear when I was ADSing on those stairs, there was someone running up them. Who's this?
Remaining.
What?
All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failed.
I swear I hit him. Did I not even make it? I don't even hit him. That looked like it registered on my screen. I really wish I was not this shotgun. I hate it. What is a bandit? Submachine gun. Submachine gun. Oh, I want to be the assault. Is there nothing else that I can be? Is a bandit better? Sick of standard drivers disabling rebar. What happened?
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Setting trauma pack here.
So maybe as well, it might be worth having a look at FSR with this on as well. I do think it probably does start. Yeah, if I remember, this game starts the bottleneck quite badly. Like, we're not actually gaining. I think I'm actually getting worse FPS here, am I?
Device primed. Keep an eye on.
I think I might be. 300. Let me switch that back off.
Down to 10 seconds.
Yeah, I actually get worse FPS with upscaling on here.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Wall fortification complete!
Now, they're probably all going to run through there, aren't they?
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Reloading!
Just get the life out of me, dude. Alright, give me 2 seconds. Have I played GTA 5 Enhanced? Yeah. Put it down, put it down. What's that guy playing at? Oh god.
Mag change.
Spotted by scan.
Reloading.
Op 4, last operator standing.
Got to know these maps really well, haven't you, as well? I don't really know them.
Eliminated. Mission successful.
But still absolutely destroyed him. Look at that. Can I do Destiny 2? Issue with Destiny 2 is you can't use MSI. All you can see is FPS. That's it. It's never really a great game to test because you can never really actually see many metrics, which is kind of annoying. How's the audio on the game? Is it
Op 4 is reinforcing.
a bit too loud or a bit too quiet? The only issue with games like this is they're quite quiet, and then when you start shooting, they're really loud. This map actually reminds me a bit of Payday. There's a map just like this on Payday. I swear you go into a bank.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Question is, let me know in the chat, do I tomorrow maybe try Spider-Man 2 out with the new drivers before I roll them back? I might do. Kind of curious to see how Spider-Man 2 is playing now because I hear it's a lot better. Especially on the new driver. Is this 2K? No, it's 4K at the moment. 4K low graphics right now. I'll switch to 2K in a sec. After this game, we can do that just because you can't change graphic settings mid-game. You have to go to the menu. Now, I think I've got the bomb, haven't I?
I give them a call.
That's probably making an absolute ton of noise, isn't it?
mag going in.
Where can I plant this bomb then? Get out of there.
Op 4 last operator standing.
I'm just gonna go for B. Ah, there we go.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Easy. Didn't mind that gun. What else we got? Assault rifle. I honestly think, do we think at 1080p low? Well, obviously we'll take a look, but that could be... I think it might start bottlenecking quite bad, but I'm thinking that could be like maybe 700-800.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
Because if 1080p low from here, 700 would be like double. Which, that seems like that could be possible. From 4K to 1080p. What is that? Some sort of posters.
10 seconds before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location.
Probably do with dropping the sensitivity a bit again. It still feels a bit crazy. Do I have micro stutters? No. I don't have micro stutters, but every now and then, I've had 2 so far. I've had 2 in about 50 minutes. I've had these 2 massive stutters where the game actually stops for a second and it feels like it's crashed. It feels like the game's actually fully crashed, but it hasn't. It resumes, but it fully stops for like a second. Which is not... It's not ideal. What the hell? Oh, it's that. It's... Was I getting sure it's the bod one? No, there's definitely a guy, isn't there? I'm guessing I can't run through that. Well, all right. I'm going a different way. Give up with that. But we might be running out of time here. 1 minute 25. Full noise. Nah, that's not good.
Down to 1 friendly.
Sal Goodman, yo. Good day. Where's Heisenberg? This is 25.6.3, yeah. I'm going to be rolling the drivers back, though. Probably I'll stay on it today, and I might check out Spider-Man 2 tomorrow on them just to see the performance gain, but I've got issues with other games. I can't boot them. So I'll probably roll back to the official drivers. Why does it keep changing with the guns that I can use? Oh no, we had assault. We had assault. That's the best one. 9070 XT or 4080 Super. What's the price difference?
Be ready to engage Op 4.
Have I lost performance? In this game, I don't know. I never tried this game. This is the first time I've ever played this game on this GPU, so I don't know if I've lost performance in this particular game.
EDD mounted. Let them come. Ambush set. Stay clear.
And I've not tried any other games because I couldn't boot. I tried Battlefield 5 yesterday, but I can't boot it basically. The game don't work.
10 seconds.
On there, it seems to have an issue with this driver for some reason.
5 seconds to insertion. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Eyes on the prize.
Let's go to your backs.
I feel like people don't really go upstairs on this one. I'll just barricade myself in this room. I don't know what to do. What do I do with that? Well, that worked. Aim for the feet. Because I was shooting his feet, but it honestly didn't look like I was hitting anything. But I must have been. 'Cause there's a lot of blood. Holy. There's a lot of blood. But I've got absolutely no health.
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
Let me get this armor. Is that what that is? Was I just getting shot at? I just get shot. Not coming in, mate. We've got this on absolute lock. Maybe not. Look, it did it. Right there, you see? It froze again for me. 0.1% low of 2, look. So it has done that occasionally for me. Maybe it's like once every 20 minutes it's doing that for me. $4080 Super for a few bucks over. I'd probably get the 9070 XT, I think.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Only downside is you probably got maybe FSR 4 is in less games comparatively to DLSS 4, but over time that should get better. Okay, let's drop it down to 1440p now. And if I set everything back to... If I quickly do the graphics first, just because you can't change that in-game. Switch that all to the max. And then I might... You might just have to bear with me a sec, because I might have to... No! The game started. I might have to fix the stream a bit when I change the res, because sometimes it breaks the stream. It will do. Actually, maybe it won't, but I do need to change the size of the overlay because that's just way too big. So 1440p to 2560 by 1440. We do have a field of view of 70. Everything else, though, no VSync or anything. Graphics, we'll do everything ultra for a little bit. But native 1440p, so there's no upscaling or anything.
Friendly, last operator.
See how it goes. I kind of missed that round, I think, trying to mess with the settings.
You must recover the diffuser. All friendlies have been
Very happy to
eliminated.
see new players. I have played this before. I played it like once or twice before. I don't know. Would I be considered new? Technically still quite new, yeah. Not completely new. Like I have actually streamed it a couple of times, I think. Look at my FPS here, though. 1,500. We'll take that. Cap the FPS at 300. Issue is I kind of don't want to cap the FPS, at least not at the moment, because otherwise we can't really see what the performance is.
Op 4.
If you see what I mean. Because, for example, when we go down to 1080p or low graphics here, it's going to cap the FPS. We're not going to be able to see what it's at, if you see what I mean. 1440p, though, look, 300. So bear in mind at 4K here, we were getting about 150, 160. So, yeah, it has around about doubled the FPS. Kind of roughly would expect that. VRAM, though, looks about the same, and the power on the GPU as well. 330 still, so the power has not come down at all. Going to 1440p.
Stay clear of blast zone.
10 seconds remaining.
Lows still look as good, apart from that huge
5 seconds.
stutter every now and then.
EDD mounted. Let them come.
Bomb located by Op 4.
And the actual GPU usage is holding up quite well. Now it's this map, so you'd have thought that I know this map by now, but
Target located.
is that a decoy? What is he doing? I hear someone.
Op 4, last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated.
Where was he?
Successful.
He just tried to trick me. Is 90 degrees not warm for a hotspot? That's pretty average. Average for this GPU. So I'll do one more round like that, and maybe check out upscaling, and then at the end of the round we'll switch it down to low graphics.
Wall fortified. EDD mounted. Let them come. Doorway trapped. Stay clear of
Gives the same amount of FPS. Oh, what? The 5060 Ti is getting 180 at 4K, is it? That's surprising. I've not seen that myself though. This is on the beta driver as well, so maybe that's causing an issue.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready.
Do you
to
think he
engage.
might come in here again?
reload.
Reload! Setting my plus one.
Can you not smash the... Can you not smash those windows? I feel like you should be able to.
Reloading ammo.
I knew he was dead. It was just for good measure. Dude, get absolutely turned on. I'm just built different. I'm running around like this is COD.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Just absolutely pro. $160, $170 on Cyberpunk. Psycho ray tracing. Oh, it sounds like you're probably using upscaling or maybe frame generation. There's no way the 9070 XT is doing that native 1440p with ray tracing.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Let's try some upscaling. Put it to FSR quality. It's giving us about 400. Obviously, we did see earlier it actually dropped the FPS a little bit. I feel like it's actually completely not really worth upscaling on this game, really. FSR 2 doesn't really increase FPS like that much.
Down to 10 seconds.
Probably not worth it at all.
5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb.
How about coil wine? No, I don't have any coil wine. FSR, using FSR, yeah, that makes sense, because it doesn't sound like native performance, that. Quite poor image quality with FSR2 here as well. You're seeing a lot of stuff like this when I'm moving. Game only supports 1 and 2. I know. It's a bit annoying because you could, you know, use Optiscaler, but because it's a multiplayer game with anti-cheat, it'll ban you.
Reloading.
I feel like people just don't really go upstairs. What's all that noise that I hear? Sounds like he's upstairs. I was right.
Loading new magazine. Loading new mag.
Last stop standing.
Was that someone else shooting at me? Was that my teammate? I don't know what he's doing. Oh! Oh my god, that scared the life out of me. Oh no. He crouched the whole way. I was not ready for that.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
There we go. Clutch the win. Let's change the graphics. Do that in the menu here. If I can get rid of that, because I can't actually see what's going on. Switch that down here, switch it to low. Put it back to native. 1440p. What we're expecting here, I mean, 4K low was... What was 4K low? It was about 3... It was like 350, wasn't it? So we'll see how it does. Definitely keen to see what 1080p low would be like. I do think the usage might also be quite low though. So you might miss out on some performance. 74 votes in the poll, 46 likes. Damn. We're never going to hit 100.
Ready to eliminate hostiles.
So here we go, 550, 560 maybe, but 92% usage, so like I thought, it's going to start to drop usage a little bit, I think. So we're missing out about 10% of performance here of the GPU. So if we could max it out 100%, seeing usage come down to about 87% here, so missing out on even more performance. Oh, it did it again. It started again.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Bomb located by Op 4.
Camera ready to activate.
This will obviously likely be slightly lower FPS once we get outside. It might actually dip into the 400s.
Camera ready.
But power has actually started to come down a bit. Look, 290. So it's down a little bit with low here. It wasn't down at all with low graphics at 4K. Surely someone's not going to come through there. That'd be suicide, wouldn't it? Someone is there. What? Let me see the... What am I looking at? What on earth? That is the craziest angle. I couldn't even see him. That is... I need to watch that back. That is the craziest angle. I could not see him at all. How do we watch someone? Can we not actually watch someone? Oh, 5. There you go. It's the game who did it to you as well. Are you on the 9070 XT as well?
friendly remaining. Op 4 has placed a diffuser near a bomb. Destroy it.
You're getting a 9070 XT. Nice. Which model?
Op 4, last operator standing. Mission failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
Let's have a look with some upscaling on as well. Because we had about, what did we have? We had about 550-ish. I think here, upscaling might not do anything for us.
Be ready to engage Op
We'll have
4.
to see. Yeah, look, it actually makes your FPS worse. If I get about 550, 560 here, if we switch that off, I think it actually makes it worse. It's the low graph. Yeah, it does look 590. Having upscaling on, actually, I think with the low graphics, having upscaling on, we noticed that at 4K as well. It seems to make your FPS worse. Can I barricade this?
10 seconds left.
Right, I'm not going in that little spot again.
5 seconds.
Asus Tough Gaming. That's probably quite expensive, isn't it?
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
How expensive is that model? What I think of the GPU so far? It's pretty good. Pretty good value. What? What just happened? Play 4K? We already did. I'm at 1440p now. We'll check out 1080p too. If you wanted to see 4K, just have a look at the start of the stream. Played it for probably about an hour. So we've got a nice little Christmas theme. They can come in through there actually, can't they? Damn it. I completely forgot that they could even come through there. Realised last minute, walked straight into it. $5070 Ti, 9070 XT, which would I pick? Is it considering they're the exact same price, or? If they're the exact same price, like if the 5070 Ti is more, then probably the 9070 XT. If they're the exact same price, it probably depends what games you play. Like ray tracing stuff. If you don't care about ray tracing stuff, then probably 9070 XT, just because it's going to probably be slightly worse with that stuff. Obviously, NVIDIA in general,
Last operator standing.
dedicated ray tracing cores is going to perform better with that stuff. Even though it's not a massive difference, but if you want the absolute best performance for that stuff,
Hostiles eliminated.
you kind of have to go with them, really. And, like I said earlier, DLSS 4 is available in more games. Unless you're okay with the kind of modding, like using Optiscaler and stuff. And that'll hopefully get better, but if that's also like a bit of a deal breaker, like if you don't want to have to be using Optiscaler or any of this stuff, and you just want that in more games, not much in it in terms of image quality with upscaling. Like DLSS4 at the low presets, in my opinion, is still slightly better. At quality and balanced and stuff, though, there's not really much difference between that and FSR4. Only when you start getting down to like performance, maybe ultra performance, and then obviously with the ray tracing stuff too, you have stuff like ray reconstruction that obviously helps with NVIDIA, and there's not anything equivalent to that yet on AMD. So it really depends what you want to use. I think NVIDIA is a bit better for media stuff too. If you had any use for that, it's a little bit better for that kind of stuff. But if you're just gaming, that doesn't really matter.
Insertion. 5 seconds.
Exit to drone.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
So this map looks pretty... Oh no, this is the same map. What am I talking about? We'll wait until the end of this one. We'll check out 1080p as well. Don't compare 5070 Ti to 9070 XT, cut it out. Well, he was just asking the difference between the two. Why is ping? Ping's not working. Oh, it is working. I don't like this.
Selma sequence activated.
Colby, yo, how's it going? That's going to explode, isn't it? Send it, boys. No! He's right there! Someone get him!
Down to one friendly.
He's got him as well, no. Oh, that's my fault.
Been eliminated.
Good, thanks for asking. Nice. 1080p probably won't change that much. It will obviously drop the usage a bit more, but we should hopefully at least gain some FPS. I don't think it'll completely like render it useless. There should still hopefully be a bit of an increase.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
Look at us go. No, why was I the one? There were so many there, and I'm the one who gets shot.
insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Just like in training.
For streaming, Nvidia's better. I think overall, I mostly use Nvidia for streaming. Yeah. I think NVENC is still better than AMD's version. I think they both. You can use AV1 now on AMD stuff too, which I don't think. Which does narrow the gap more. Like if I had to encode on AMD, I'd use AV1. But NVENC still is better than AMD's version. I don't know what AMD call that. Because I haven't really used. To be fair, I haven't. The last time I used the AMD encoder was AV1, so the last time I used their actual encoder, it wasn't that great. But even stuff with, I know people use a lot of Nvidia stuff for Blender and stuff like this. Like that's way better on Nvidia. Stuff like that, really. And also recording. If you're using Nvidia overlay, you can record at a higher bitrate than you can on AMD stuff. It's just stuff like that. Getting like 630 here. Look at that. So with low, pretty high FPS, but like usage that's still 88, 89%. So yeah, that's probably going to come down even more at 1080p. Could well be in the 70s. I don't even know where I'm going.
Op 4 last operator standing.
Do I just... Ah, we want it.
Op 4 neutral.
There it is.
Mission successful.
That didn't even look like he hit him. Full K get 100%. Yeah, it got like 98, 99, which is basically 100. Not at low though. At low it's about 95.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
Do definitely get obviously less FPS when we're indoors. 580. Do get a slightly better usage though.
Barricade up!
Seconds.
Where do I go?
Down to 5 seconds. Bomb located by Op 4.
Stick to the shadows, and you'll be fine.
Who said that?
Do I just do a little camp spot in here?
Organ is ready. Use it if you have to. Getting Volcan set up.
Who just shot that? Someone's gonna come in the window behind me. There's someone over to the right, I think. What's that noise?
You're exposed.
I'm pinged. He's been a bit quiet, hasn't he? What the hell? Did I down the guy?
One op 4 remains.
Loading new mag!
He's in there. Hey!
Op 4 eliminated.
I can't even see what I was shooting at. How did I get him? Did he have his shield up? I thought he had his shield up. I don't know. It looked like he had his shield up. Somehow. Somehow I did it anyway. You're waiting for the new motherboard to arrive? Nice. What's that? The 9800 X3D with the 9070 XT. Let's have a look at 1080p now. I'll try and drop. If I do the graphics, because it won't let me do that in mid-game, and then we can change the res. So we've changed the graphics there. I'll change the resolution as well.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
Don't know if I've done this map yet. So we'll go down to 1080p here. I'll quickly fix the stream as well, because that might break. We'll make the overlay smaller. Otherwise, that's absolutely huge. That's better. So 1080p, 1920 by 1080, max graphics at first, native 1080p, so no upscaling or anything. See how it goes on this. Might be right, you know. Doesn't look like much difference in FPS between 1440p and this.
5 seconds to insertion.
Oh no, actually, completely ignore what I've said.
You found a
We're getting
bomb.
500 here. We had... I'm just trying to remember what we had. We had 180, 150, 180 at 4K. Then we had about 300, 320, didn't we, at 1440p. So yeah. That's another absolutely huge increase of FPS here. Like 500. Damn. 520. The biggest concern, though, is my power is 320 at 1080p. That is definitely not good. That is, I don't like seeing that.
Diffuser.
Breaching sequence activated.
Whoops.
Reloading! Cover me!
It's going to dip down, I think, a little bit, obviously, when we go in the building. Already starting to get about 440.
Swapping mags.
Still a pretty big increase, though. I thought VRAM might be a little less. 8 gig, 8.5. That might be about 5 at low graphics.
Claymore mine up and running.
See, the lows and stuff still look pretty good. Minus those huge stutters we get.
Getting us more intel.
How have we not played this map yet? I think usage as well, it actually isn't that bad. 90%. It's kind of fairly similar to 1440p. I'm imagining low graphics might bring that down quite a bit. $1440p has more, 600. No, that was with low graphics.
Let's call some chaos.
Max graphics, yeah, it was about 320.
RCE set.
So yeah, if you're comparing 1080p max graphics to 1440p low, then it has more. But you can't really got to compare low graphics to low graphics. This will probably be more than that at low. I don't know what's happening, but I'm getting hurt.
Last operator standing.
Nice little lighting in this. Disco ball. I should probably help out really, shouldn't I?
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Don't sweat it. I've got it covered. Dave Sims, yo. You have a 9070 XT? Nice. Which setups can you make with overclock? I'm not sure what you mean.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
Which setups can you make? Yeah, I mean you could overclock the GPU a little bit if you might already maybe have an overclocked version. Like mine, for example, was a Gigabyte Gaming. It's already actually overclocked a little out the box. But I definitely don't really see any reason to really. I mean, undervolt maybe a little because of power usage, especially at low resolutions, is definitely a little bit of a worry.
5 seconds. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
I'm more than happy letting the wrecking balls go first.
It's going to vary model to model, though, like how far you can push it and whether it's stable or not. There's not really like a hard and fast rule. You have to just do it a little bit each time and test it. Same with overclock. Overclock it a bit, test it, and then just keep doing that. Then once it crashes, you'll know you've hit the limit. There's someone in there. Knock, knock. Who's there? No! That guy headshotted me. That's crazy. I did not hear that audio. That audio was silent. I feel like there was not a. He just ripped that wood off the door, and it didn't make a single sound. Does 300 FPS mean anything if you have 144? What, in terms of viewing? Yeah, no, I mean, you're only viewing the max the refresh rate is. So, although I'm getting 500 here, I'm only seeing 144. You have a 9070 XT or Elite. Nice.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
Prepping needle.
The way his legs up on the.
down to 10 seconds.
Wall reinforced.
Where do I go?
5 seconds to insertion.
I'm gonna stick with everyone else.
Stick to the shadows, and you'll be fine.
Who said that?
I trust they know what they're doing.
My evil eye ready to kill some stronzos.
I hear people. Big style then. Gonna reset the lows.
Reloading!
They've seen us though. Hang up. I don't know what that is. I feel like I've been a bit of a coward. No!
Failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
See, I'm acting like it's COD, you know? In that scenario. That's why I'm not well suited for this game, because I just think, oh, I'll just start bunny hopping around corners. Let's drop the graphics to low. See what we can take this to. Oh, I've also just realised it puts render scale down to 50%. That's why. When you set it to low, oh no. I've only just noticed that. I hate it when games do stuff like that. So when I've been running it at low, it's actually been running at 50% the render scale. Damn, that's annoying. We'll have to go with it though. We'll have to keep it. It means though when we were at 4K low, we were actually rendering at 50% of 4K. We weren't rendering at 4K.
Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
So these FPS figures, if you are rendering at 100% render scale, that's going to be slightly different. I hate when games do that. It's so cheeky because it makes you think you're getting more FPS than you actually are. Well, I mean, you are getting that FPS, but you're not native. Which is cheeky, isn't it?
Seconds before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion.
We'll see what it's like at 100% render scale.
Location and defuse it.
But low FPS at least here, we're not actually gaining. I thought we'd gain more. We have gained a little bit, maybe 670, possibly hit maybe 700 or close to it outdoor, but your GPU usage has dipped into the 70s here. And power actually is down low. It's at 200 watts. It's down by about 100 watts. Going to low graphics compared to maxed. I don't know what's going on in there, but I don't want anything to do with it. That is a crazy shot.
Down to one friendly.
That was a headshot as well. Jeez.
The diffuser has been secured. Friendlies have been eliminated.
See how different that FPS is if we go to 100% render. Maybe switch it back to 4K and stuff and see that quick at low, but with 100% render.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
Indoors, at least, you are probably going to stay mostly over 700. I do wonder, actually, if that would kind of explain why the usage is dropping loads as well. Because we're not actually even rendering anymore. That's not really made any difference, has it? What? This game is so weird. We'll check once I've actually spawned.
Found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse.
No, it has made a difference. Yeah, that explains why the usage has maybe dropped so much, because it halves the render resolution. So 1080p low, I'm getting just under 500 with about a 90% render GPU usage. 50%. Doesn't that actually give you that much FPS? Maybe at best 100, like at absolute best, which, I mean, to be fair, that is quite a lot of FPS, but considering we're already at like 500. So, can maybe switch to 4K quick and see that as well. What the difference between that will be. Just to give some accuracy.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Otherwise, it's a bit misleading, isn't it? And it has broken the stream. Hang on. So if we do that here, so what's that? I think I'm at 50% here. Maybe just get rid of that guy. Maybe just hide. I'm at 340 here. I think that's at a 50%, isn't it? That is. What do we get at 100? So yeah, that does drop it down. Yeah, just over 100, 120, 130 FPS. Just keep that in mind though when you lower the graphics presets, it drops your render scale. So keep that in mind. FPS is going to be slightly lower if you actually still render at your native resolution. Imagine if I clutch this whole thing after just messing around. Oh no, I spoke too soon. Thing is in a 1v4 in this, you end up with such low health. It's almost impossible. So if you do clutch a 1v4, that's pretty incredible. I guess the only way to do it is where they just don't see you. Like they can't even get a shot off at all. No map to locate enemies. Oh, what is in like Call of Duty or something? No, I mean the idea is that you don't know where people are. You've got to use cameras and equipment and those drones to go on the doors and stuff to see where people are.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
That is a big bath. It's more like a jacuzzi.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
What was that? Deploy something.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Stand clear.
What is that? That's so obvious. You want to see 4K? This is 4K. This is 4K low graphics.
Device primed. Keep an eye on door.
That's not good.
Reload!
Headshot. No! I want to barricade it.
Ambush set. Stay clear.
One friendly operator remaining.
Damn it.
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Right, it's been fun checking this out, but I've got to go, unfortunately. I've got to do some work stuff. I'll try and, like I say, I'll see if I can get Battlefield 5 working, because I do want to play that on this GPU. But if not, if I can't get it working, I might try either Spider-Man 2 tomorrow with the new drivers, or maybe Battlefield 1 or something, and then I'll roll back the drivers so I can do Battlefield 5. But I'll try and be on a similar time tomorrow. Depends how much work I've got to do. But thanks a lot for watching. Have a good evening. I'll catch you later.